Ja, herzlich willkommen zu unserer nächsten Bossa Basics Stunde. Welcome to our next Bossa Nova lesson here. It's the fourth lesson. Today it will be mainly in English. Sometimes I will explain some little things in German too, but let's start. And today I would like to explain how to accompany a ballad. This piece I played is an accompaniment I arranged for the piece Eu Sei Que Vou Te Amar. It's a beautiful song. Maybe I sing a little bit. I don't sing very well, but whatever. So you have an imagination of this song, how it sounds with a melody, okay? Eu sei que vou te amar, por toda a minha vida vou te amar. Despedida, vou te amar. Desesperadamente eu sei que vou te amar. Em cada verso meu será pra te dizer. Eu sei que vou te amar por toda a minha vida. Und so weiter. Ein sehr, sehr schöner Song. Und da braucht es auch ein bisschen eine andere Gleitung dazu. Wir arbeiten da jetzt mehr mit Zerlegungen, ja. Und die zeige ich euch jetzt mal. Die einfachste und doch ein bisschen schwierige wird eine ganz normale Akkordzerlegung sein. This ballad will be accompanied more with some broken chords. So a very simple one, and at the same time a little bit difficult, is this one here. If I play it with empty strings, it's nothing. It's like this. If you have this chord, this is the pattern 12A, okay? So you just play. If I make a chord change, this gets more difficult because it will be like this. So I take a very simple chord, A minor 7, D7, okay? These are the two chords we use now to practice this. And then take care, I play 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and now I go on the next chord. Okay? So let's do first of all the empty strings. Okay? I count for you 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we start. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's still very easy. I have to put my note stand better here. Wait, so okay. Now let's try it with the two chords, okay? A minor 7, D7, no? Very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. put a little emphasis on the last 16 in the measure. So listen again. No? This is a syncope, so you can emphasize a little bit, not too much, just that the feeling is there for the syncope. Okay, let's try it again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. The next pattern we need for our accompaniment is pattern 11A. And here we do the following. We leave out the third 16. I show this to you. If I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? I counted the pulsation now, and you see it's just one note which is left out. Otherwise, it goes through, and it's like our old pattern number 1. Just that I play single notes now, okay? So let's try this. You have thumb, index finger, middle finger, and the ring finger. So, and then I use 2 times the ring finger. It's allowed because I have an 8-note, so I have some time to use this finger again. It's no problem. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, let's do it with the 2 chords. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good. Okay, now you are prepared to try out the piece a little bit, the chord progression 5, like in Eu Sei Que Vou Te Amar. Let's take the score and see what we do. I would suggest that we make just a small part, just the first 2 measures, that you get used to how to learn a piece also. Don't play everything, go step by step, that's much better. So the first 2 measures are you have just these 2, and you stop at the 8th note here in the second measure. Let's try this. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. If you want to change, you have plenty of time because you have this empty string, and now you have time to go first to the G flat, then the E flat, and then I put only the other fingers. You don't need to put every finger at the same time. So look at this, you have some time. I show it from here. So you see step by step, it makes the change much easier. No? Okay, let's try it a last time. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, and now we do the next 2 measures, D minor 7 and G7 9. Look what I do here with my left hand. You have the D minor 7 with a small barré, and now the A stays on the string if you change. Okay, you go here like this, and like this. And I turn a little bit my hand, you see? So now I go here, and I go back, and in fact, it's the arm, you see, my elbow goes from there to there, then I can reach it much better and very easily if you are here flowing with your arm, you know? Try this out. Okay, now let's try. We start at the last 16 in the second measure. So I count 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. On the 4, you start. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Okay? You can practice this at home a little more until you are really secure and the chord change goes well. Then you can go on and connect these 4 measures now. We play from the beginning all the 4 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. I would, if you practice now the piece, if you didn't practice it until now, so I would practice a piece like this. 2 measures, then connect this with the before, then you go to the next ones, and like this. It's very effective, and like this you will really learn the piece without any pause. Let's look at the next 2 chords. You know this from another lesson we did in, I think it was Bossa Basics 2, when we had these 2 chords. You see, A minor 7, like this, and then I just change these 2 fingers to go to D7, 9. And we do the same now from G minor 7 to C 7, 9, okay? Try the change, and it's very important to keep these 2 fingers. Don't do like this. You lose a strong connection here with the 3rd and the 4th fingers, no? Okay, let's try this. The pattern is the following. This is pattern number 1 from our important samba and bossa patterns. So remember these, no? As well as the one before was pattern number 2. Now 1. And now comes a new pattern. Now it's an 8 note and 2/16. I play these 2 chords again. Okay, let's try together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then we go back to our first pattern, pattern 11A. Now comes from our list pattern 3. Pattern 1, 11A. Sorry, no, it's 13, pattern 13. pattern 1, pattern 2, 3, again 3, no, sorry, this is a combined pattern I play at the end. It's pattern 4. So you see what is the sense of the whole thing. The sense is, I don't want to use always the same pattern. This could be nice, especially if I sing, it's easier if I do it. No? But if I accompany a singer or I play in a band, it's much nicer to have more variations inside. And what I do at the end is say, I play here this pattern, then in the second measure another pattern, and so on, that you can train yourself. For sure, there might be people who are already at a stage where they can play intuitively. That means they just use the patterns which come to their mind. It's absolutely okay. No, I do this, for example. I would play the piece maybe completely different. But like this, if you have patterns written down, you learn to use them. And that is very important. And if you train all these patterns, then after some time, you are able to play it and let it out and let it flow. And it's like a jazz improvisation, if you want. No? You will be able to play the patterns more freely and how it comes to your mind. I would like to play with you now the first 4 lines, if it's possible. So very slowly, that you get used a little bit to the changes in rhythm here, okay? Very slowly. It's like this, more or less. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's one important thing again, that you check which fingers you can use to go to another fret here. No? You see, if I'm at this chord E minor 7 B5, I use those 2 fingers to go up. Yeah, and then you can put these 2 fingers here. You can make a barré as you like. I don't mind. No? And then again, I use these 2 fingers, and again. There's one little thing. If you make like this, you heard this? If I put those 2 fingers up a little bit just, there's no noise. No? Very important. If you move too much on these bass strings, no, you have a lot of noise. So you can avoid it. You use those fingers, can just go down a little and stay on the strings, but with these 2 fingers I go up, but not like this. No? Just a little bit. And then the sound is much nicer, much more neat. No? Okay. Yeah, let's see what there's happening. There's one nice thing also in the end to make you understandable what I thought here. At the end of the fifth line, we have an A7B9. Yeah. And now instead of playing the D7-9 like this, yeah, I play it here. I just go down with my fingers. I'm here. And then I go down with the same chord, just one fret down. And I have a D7-9 with F sharp in the bass. You can use these chords. You don't need always to take the basic note, no? The root note in the bass. You can use other basses too, okay? And here it's interesting because it's so much easier to change, no? We could try this little piece. I play it for you. And now I leave the second finger on the A to get this chord here. You see, I'm here. The fourth finger goes down and the third finger goes to the bass. No? Let's try this together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So these are the most important chord changes and patterns. They repeat all the time. And if you have get used to the patterns a little bit, you can try out your own version of this piece. No? Take care that you always, or at least very often, use the syncope, that you make these changes, that you don't play like this. That would mean I keep the C major chord the whole measure. No? But it's more interesting to make the syncope here. You see, sound much nicer because the groove comes better. So whoever wants to play with me the whole piece now, let's do it, okay? Let's try, not so slow. So the people who didn't exercise it so much, they can also listen to it or try at least to play some measures. No? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. From the beginning. Okay, let's try again, and I have something nice for you. We will try it with percussion now. So I have some files here where it's a nice bossa nova. Let's take us. I hope you hear it well. And now listen to the bass. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. It's immer all the time. Ba-boom, ba-boom, ba-boom. And the second bass in the drum is the 1 and the 2. So you have to listen to this. The syncope comes da-doom, 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 da-doom. Yeah? So take care with this. Let's try it with percussion now from the beginning, okay? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, this is really nice. So let me say one thing. Everybody who is already a supporter, how to be a supporter, you see in the video link. Just send any amount of money for the lesson, and you will be an official supporter. If I have your email address, for example, I can send you these percussion files. They are license-free. I bought them, and I can give it to you for free. And you can practice very nicely with these files we had until now. Also, alle Supporter bekommen natürlich diese Percussion-Files auf Anfrage. Da müsst ihr mir nur ein E-Mail schicken und ihr bekommt die und könnt dann in verschiedenen Geschwindigkeiten mit all den Dingen, die wir bisher gemacht haben, üben. Und das macht viel mehr Spaß wie ein Metronom. Ne? Wie ihr Supporter werdet, seht ihr beim Videolink. Da könnt ihr einfach irgendeinen Betrag überweisen an mich und schon gehört ihr zu den offiziellen Teilnehmern und Supportern und habt viele, viele schöne Vorteile. Kriegt persönliche Geburtstagskarten von mir und alles Mögliche. Okay, nur Spaß. Okay, so let's go on. And I would like to explain to you a little bit how these chords are working. Not too much, because this will be also something we do when in May, when I continue the lessons with my supporters. Okay. First of all, ich soll noch mal erklären, I should explain again where we start with the percussion. I do this. I do it in German, because before I did it in English, now in German. So let's go back. Let's listen to the percussion. We start on the 1, okay? Boom, bam. Where's the 1 here? Boom, boom. 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom, ba boom. Ne? It's always this ba boom which you hear in the bass, and the second one, das zweite, ba boom, boom. Das ist die 1 oder die 2. Listen to me, hört mir noch mal zu, dann seht ihr ganz genau, wo ich anfange, okay? Ist klar geworden, Helga? Okay. So now let's go to the chords. Very interesting here. You have a C major, then an E flat diminished chord. And this diminished chord, the function of this diminished chord is go chromatically down to the second step, D minor. Okay? This is not a substitute for a dominant 7 chord in this case. It's very often used in Brazilian music to go from this diminished chord on the third step flat, so E flat diminished 7. And you see how it goes easily. F sharp goes to F, you see C stays, A stays, and the D goes to the E flat. No? Very often used, especially if you have this third step before. So C major and E minor are very similar. Ne? Also C major und E-Moll haben viele Gemeinsamkeiten. Ne? Nur ein Ton ist hier anders, nämlich der Bass. Wenn ich das mit E-Moll spiele, hört man das noch besser oder noch schöner so. Ja? Das ist was in der brasilianischen Musik sehr oft vorkommt. It's used very often in Brazilian music, this chromatic approach to the second step. Then we have a little part, in-between part, let's say. There's a secondary dominant, C7. No? It's the dominant 7th chord to F major. F major is our 4th step in C, okay? But the C7 is an intermediate dominant, secondary dominant. So it's put in between. It's not really, we're not really going to F major. No? We still stay in C. It's just a little transition, let's say. And the transition is more complete if we take the second step to F here. The G minor chord, it's related to the F major and to the C. 2, 5, 1. Very often used, no? That you use the secondary dominant to end the second step before to go to one chord of your tonality. Ja, also sehr interessant, dass man so diese Zwischendominanten nimmt. C7 leitet zu F und ich schalte noch das G-Moll, die zweite Stufe zu F davor. Ja? Then comes a very interesting thing, the subdominant minor chord. So instead of the normal subdominant chord, I play the subdominant in minor. Why? Because it leads me again to another chord. You see, this chord leads wonderfully to the E minor. See? It resolves chromatically to the E minor chord. It was used in the Neapolitan opera, and it was called the Neapolitan 6th chord. No? Exactly to have this impact on the music. But normally you go to the first step now, to go to C. C major. Okay? Here I take an E minor chord because it's a parallel chord to C too, as A minor also. So I can use E minor or C, it doesn't matter. No? Again, it resolves. Tension is kind of a tension to use this chord. No? Okay. Oh, I see it. Today I explain a little bit more harmonic function. E minor ist E-Moll. Andreas. Du meinst E-Flat für S? Nee, ich bin bei F minor 6. Ich bin bei F-Moll 6 gerade. Ne? E minor ist E-Moll. Geht zu E-Moll, genau. Wir sind in der zweiten Zeile, Andreas. Guck nochmal. Okay, let's see what we have else. We have here a 5th step to, so dominant 7th chord, A7, B13, which is the dominant to D7. D7 is the dominant to G7, okay? And this leads again to C major. Yeah? We don't go from the G7 here in the explanation, we don't go to the F major, we go to the first step, no? Okay, so this is interesting. We have kind of a dominant chord chain. No? So we start here, and then we have A minor 6. But if I change one bass here, I have D7. And the A flat minor 6. I can change one bass here, or I can change the bass here and have a G7. So this is explained a little bit in the sheet I sent to you, or which is available under the link. And you can see how you can make an interpretation of a chord. No? This can be a D7, 9, no? And this one can be A flat minor 6, can be a D flat 7, 9, just changing the bass, or even I can keep always these 3 notes and make the bass here, and I have a G7, B13. No? Okay, so this is very interesting, and like this I can understand the music more, because if I play just oh wow, why these chords? Why an A flat minor 6? What has this to say? But if you make this interpretation of the chord, you change just one note. And the important thing, this interval, it's the diminished fifth, okay? This is the tension interval, which is in, we could call it the Corona interval, because it's a devil's interval. It was called the devil's interval in former times, 300 years ago or 200 years ago. They said it's a devil's interval, it's horrible, you shouldn't use it. Nowadays we use it a lot, no? And so let's call it the Corona interval, because we have to solve it, we have to go somewhere else, we have to stay healthy. So let's go to the C major 7 chord, everything is good again, we can meet again in groups, and we can go in holidays and go to Italy and Spain. So hopefully, people, let's hope that this goes soon over and that not so many people will die. No? Okay, Corona interval, it's the tension which has to go to release. No? And it's interesting that here we don't have a release. Sometimes you can stay on these dominant chords, dominant 7th chords, and tension. So we start here, no? Tension, 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 and then only the release. So this is a little bit our situation at the moment, because it takes so long. March, April, May, and then hopefully not June, hopefully not July, hopefully not August. Where would this go now? A minor. Okay, this is very interesting things you can do with dominant chords. And remember, if you want to understand harmony and theory, it's the most easy thing to say is tension and release. No? Shortly in German. Also am wichtigsten ist es immer zu überlegen, Spannung und Auflösung. Ja? Und die Spannung ist definiert beim Dominant Septakkord durch dieses Intervall. Verminderte Quinte, früher auch Teufelsintervall genannt. Und das löst sich auf. Normalerweise würde das von A7 nach D gehen oder nach D-Moll. Ja? Und es geht hier darum, wie, das ist ja auch eine typische Jazzfolge, aber die Brasilianer, die lieben diese absteigenden Bässe. Ne? Und deswegen hier diese Interpretation so, G. Also eine typische Folge. Und wir werden uns das weiter anschauen im Mai, wenn wir neue Stücke haben, neue Begleitungen. Werde ich noch ein paar Worte dazu verlieren. Lest es aber erstmal durch, und wer Bedarf hat, dem schicke ich gerne auch noch so ein paar Zusatzinformationen zu diesen Harmonien. Ja? Einfach mir eine E-Mail schreiben von den Supportern. Ihr dürft das gerne machen und ich schicke euch das. Okay, so what do we have still to do? I think I would like to play a pattern with you. It's a teaser for the next lesson, next Friday and Saturday. And it's very easy. I show it to you. You will play it without the score, and then we do some nice percussion and play it a little bit. The third finger is here on the fourth string in the sixth fret, and you place the fourth finger on the third string, okay? And then you play the inner four chords, okay? And then we play pattern 3. Let's do this together. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We make one little thing now. Instead of the whole chord, I play bass and the open E string, then bass, inner strings, again inner strings, bass. Okay, let's try it. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just the bass. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And this note, the E string, put a little emphasis on it, yeah? It's called partido alto, and we will talk about this partido alto rhythm the next time. But now let me see, I have a samba funk here. A little bit too fast. Let me take something. Let me take a bossa again so you can play with me. One, two, 1, 2. Okay, so teaser is always very important because teaser are good that the people stay connected and you come back and we will do things like this. Yeah? Some kind of funky patterns because there's a very nice music, samba funk, partido alto, which are rhythms more pop rock funk orientated, and the guitar accompaniment is really nice, and you can do some nice things with the basses and accents. No, so stay tuned until the next time and we do all these little things. So I see still here this question, Andreas. E minor ist E-Moll, du meinst E-flat für S. Maybe you wanted to say this for the first line, I don't know. There's an E-flat diminished accord. No? Okay, whatever. So if there are any questions, write to me. Write to my email address info@brazilianguitar. My supporters, if you need anything like the percussion tracks or have any questions, you can write me an email always, and I will answer. And so I hope I see you again next Saturday. There is a workshop on Friday. It's exactly the same, no? Which will be only in German on Friday. On Saturday, it will be in English with some German explanations in between. So, what to say? I hope you stay healthy. I hope that we get out this situation very soon. And I think it's a nice thing to get together, and I show you how Brazilian music works. And I hope to see a lot of you in one of my real workshops. There are workshops in Italy, in Spain, in Brazil, especially the Brazil workshop. I hope we can go there next year, but I'm quite optimistic. So join me in these workshops, because it's still a difference to get together and to see the other people and drink something together and play music together. It's still different to a YouTube tutorial, I think. So I hope to see you in one of these workshops in the next time. No? So have a nice weekend. Bye-bye. See you. Ciao.